If I were to imagine a perfect world, it would look like a platform where men and women are treated equally, without discrimination, without biases, without any perceptions coming behind them. It would mean that women are not burdened with preconceived notions, with expectations, with other prejudices that they take into account communities and socially we take into account to define what a woman would be. Those things are not applied to men. When we look at a woman in today's society, there are a lot of preconceived notions that are attached to who we define a woman as. When we see a man in a leadership role, when we see a man taking charge, we simply see him as a man in the position. For a woman, there are a lot of descriptions that come along with the title of a woman being in a position. When a woman is assertive, we know that there are certain words that come with how they describe women that are assertive. They see her as being arrogant. There are other words that may not be appropriate at this time, but we know what those are. I would want to see a world where the same way a man is just seen and described as a man in the post, a woman is also seen as just being a woman in the post. That's what equality should stand for. As an attorney at law, I have been in positions where I have been questioned based on my age, based on my looks, based on the way how I dress, based on these preconceived notions that persons have about women, especially in the legal field. I also get those questions, similar questions, as an evangelist. That's also something that I do. And I get questions on why isn't there a man beside me? Why isn't that the woman is taking a completely submissive role? There may be occasions where that may be appropriate, but also that doesn't take away from a woman being at the forefront and taking a leadership position, even in religion or church, depending on how you define that. And so I would want that me as a woman being seen for the qualities that I have, similar to a man, being seen for the ambitions and goals that I have, taking action and leading, but without all the preconceived notions and descriptions that come after that. I just want to be seen for who I am. And I want to pave the way for other young people, men and women alike, to take charge, take action, be leaders, progress in life, take the opportunities that are given to them, but being treated equally without all the burdens that come with being a woman. There have been instances where I have been part of interviews, part of consultations, where there are questions posed to women that would not be otherwise asked if it were a man sitting in that seat. Questions like, do you have any children? With the mindset that if you have children that you're not able to give your all to your job for some reason. Or do you have a family at home that you have to take care of, including a husband, or if you have grandparents that you're also taking care of, with the perception also being that you can't do multiple things at one time or prioritize depending on the position. They look at the way how your hair is done, the way how you dress, and they have these preconceived notions about how that makes you look to other people. That has been my experience being in the workforce in Barbados. Those are questions that I have been asked and have had to deal with, and I don't think if it was a male in that position, those questions would be anywhere in the scope of interview questions that they would have to be asked or answered. And so in a perfect world, I would want that you as a woman are seen for your worth, for the education that you have brought to the table and want to contribute, but also that is not taken away from you. So the word woman doesn't mean something negative. That you are able to contribute as much as a man would to the position, that you are able to be seen as equal without any of these prejudices, without any biases attached to it. I want that the definition of equality actually is seen and heard and acted upon. And that is what I would want for a perfect world. So happy International Women's Day. #BreakTheBias.